Just when victory seemed certain, the unthinkable happened. Here are the top 10 Olympic upsets that shocked the world. The Olympics are where legends rise, but it's the shocking upsets that steal the show. From a barefoot runner's marathon victory to the fall of the Russian bear, these moments changed Olympic history forever. Number 1. Miracle on Ice. USA men's ice hockey team, 1980. In one of the most iconic moments in Olympic history, the underdog USA men's ice hockey team achieved the Miracle on Ice at the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. The American team, made up primarily of amateur and college players, faced off against the Soviet Union, a dominant force in ice hockey, which had won gold in 6 of the previous 7 Winter Olympics. Despite being heavy underdogs, the Americans pulled off a stunning 4-3 victory in the semifinals. The win was sealed by a goal from Mike Eruzione, and the team's determination impressed the world, symbolizing hope during a tense period of the Cold War. This victory remains a memorable moment in Olympic history and a testament to the unpredictability of sports. Number 2. Rulon Gardner defeats Aleksandr Karelin, 2000. At the 2000 Sydney Olympics, American wrestler Rulon Gardner pulled off one of the greatest upsets in Olympic history by defeating Russian legend Aleksandr Karelin in the Greco-Roman wrestling finals. Karelin, known as the Russian Bear, was a 3-time Olympic gold medalist and had not lost a match in 13 years, making him the major favorite. Known for his incredible strength and dominance, Karelin had not even dropped a single point in the 6 years leading up to the event. Gardner, considered an underdog with little chance of victory, managed to hold his ground and win 1-0, shocking the sports world. Gardner's victory is often honored as a classic example of how determination and toughness can overcome even the most formidable opponents. Number 3. Stephen Bradbury wins gold, 2002. Australian speed skater Stephen Bradbury's victory in the 1000m short track at the 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympics is a story of pure dedication and incredible luck. Bradbury, an underdog with little chance of winning the medal, made it to the final due to the falls and disqualifications of other skaters in the previous rounds. In the final race, Bradbury was falling far behind his competitors, but in a dramatic twist, all 4 of the leading skaters collided and fell on the last turn. Bradbury, untouched and far behind, skated past them to claim the gold medal. His unexpected victory became legendary, coining the phrase "doing a Bradbury" in Australia, meaning to win something due to unlikely circumstances. Number 4. Ben Johnson disqualified, 1988. The 1988 Seoul Olympics witnessed one of the most shocking moments in Olympic history when Canadian sprinter Ben Johnson was disqualified after winning the 100m dash. Johnson had set a new world record of 9.79 seconds, defeating his bitter rival Carl Lewis in what was considered the fastest race in history. However, just 3 days later, it was revealed that Johnson had tested positive for the banned anabolic steroid stanozolol. His gold medal was stripped, and the title was awarded to Carl Lewis, who had finished second. The investigation rocked the sports world, leading to a major crackdown on drug use in athletics and damaging the legacy of what had been an extraordinary athletic performance. Number 5. Thomas Burke wins the first 100m race, 1896. The first modern Olympic Games in 1896, held in Athens, witnessed a historic upset when American sprinter Thomas Burke won the first 100m race. Competing against a field of more experienced European runners, Burke's use of an uncommon crouching start gave him an unexpected advantage. At the time, most sprinters began their races from a standing position, but Burke's low, crouched position allowed him a faster and more explosive start. He crossed the finish line in 12 seconds, securing the gold medal and setting a pattern for future sprinting techniques. Burke's victory not only marked the beginning of modern Olympic sprinting, but also demonstrated how creativity and technique can lead to breakthrough success. Number 6. Kerri Strug's vault, 1996. Kerri Strug's bold performance at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics remains one of the most inspiring moments in gymnastics history. During the final rotation of the women's team competition, the USA was in a close battle with Russia for the gold medal. On her first vault attempt, Strug badly injured her ankle, tearing 2 ligaments. Despite the injury, she knew the team's victory depended on her next vault. With incredible determination, Strug executed a nearly perfect vault on her second attempt, sticking the landing on one foot before bursting in pain. Her effort secured the USA's first ever team gold in women's gymnastics, and her bravery became a symbol of determination and national pride. Number 7. Japanese women's volleyball team, 1964. The Japanese women's volleyball team's victory at the 1964 Tokyo Olympics was a monumental moment in Olympic history. Nicknamed the Oriental Witches for their skill and speed, the team was a symbol of national pride in post-war Japan. In the final match, they faced the Soviet Union, who were the past world champions and had dominated the sport. Despite being considered underdogs, the Japanese team executed their strategy flawlessly, defeating the Soviet Union in straight sets to win the gold medal. This victory not only marked Japan's rise as a global sports power, but also inspired a generation of female athletes in the country, changing the image of women's sports in Japan and worldwide. Number 8. Abebe Bikila wins. Marathon Barefoot, 1960. Abebe Bikila of Ethiopia made history at the 1960 Rome Olympics by winning the marathon barefoot, becoming the first African to win an Olympic gold medal. Bikila, who had only been added to the Ethiopian team at the last minute, chose to run without shoes because the pair provided by the sponsors didn't fit well. Despite the disadvantage, he ran the entire 42.195 kilometers through the ancient streets of Rome with remarkable calmness and determination. Bikila crossed the finish line in a record time of 2 minutes and 15.16 seconds, shocking the world. His victory marked a significant moment in Olympic history, symbolizing the rise of African athletes on the global stage and inspiring future generations of runners from the continent. Number 9. Fosbury flop, 1968. The 1968 Mexico City Olympics saw a breakthrough in the high jump event when American athlete Dick Fosbury introduced a revolutionary new technique that would forever change the sport. Known as the Fosbury flop, his method involved jumping over the bar headfirst and backward, rather than the traditional straddle technique. This approach allowed Fosbury to achieve greater height and efficiency. At first, people dismissed the technique, but Fosbury's performance silenced those opposed as he cleared 2.24 meters to win the gold medal. The Fosbury flop became the standard technique in high jumping, and Fosbury's creativity is credited with transforming the event, highlighting how creative thinking can alter athletic competition. Number 10. Greg Louganis hits head on diving board, 1988. At the 1988 Seoul Olympics, American diver Greg Louganis delivered one of the most dramatic comebacks in sports history after suffering a shocking accident during the 3M springboard preliminary rounds. Louganis, the defending champion, misjudged his dive and struck his head on the diving board, causing a deep injury. Despite the injury, Louganis gathered himself and returned to the pool after receiving stitches. Remarkably, he performed excellently in the remaining rounds, ultimately winning the gold medal in both the 3M springboard and 10M platform events. Louganis' strength and mental toughness not only secured his place as one of the greatest divers in history, but also inspired millions with his ability to overcome challenges and win against the odds. These 10 upsets in Olympic history demonstrate the unpredictability and drama that make the games so exciting. Whether through unexpected victories, creative techniques, or pure determination, these athletes have left an unforgettable mark on the history of sports, reminding us that anything is possible in the world of competition.